Hey guys, it is Organic Beauty, and today we are washing my weaves. I'm gonna wash it right in this collapsible bin. You gotta get one from Amazon. I'll link it below. But this is one of the weaves that I have. It is a V part, and it is about 150% in density. And as you can see, it is dingy. No shine to it. It's, I would say, like a light body wave to it, so it's not super straight. And the cap is inside, so you want to wash that too. And it is just time to wash this weave, y'all. I've been waiting too long, and I have about 13 weaves that I'm going to clean today. So I'm just going to drop it right in here. And what I'll be using today would be the Aussie Miracle Curls. I like Aussie Miracle Curls simply because it's a little bit more thicker than your typical shampoo, and I really could appreciate that. It also provides a little bit more of a moisture, in my opinion. It doesn't dry out the wig at all, and I think one could really appreciate that. So I typically do about 5 squirts in there, depending on the density, anywhere from 3 to 5. It's a personal preference. Now, I want to show you this. Look how shiny that is already, just from the shampoo. Nice and shiny. Shiny, 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 yeah. So, yeah. It looks way better in my opinion. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is use some conditioner. Same thing, Aussie Miracle Curls conditioner. They have other conditioners, but this is what I like to use for this particular type of wigs. So this one, I usually go a little bit more with the conditioner. I'm a little bit more generous. I'd say about 5 to 7 squirts of those, depending on the density. And if I need more, I will add more. But again, that's a personal preference. So I am trying to like really saturate it with this water. And you want to let it sit there for like 2 to 3 minutes if you can, right? But I have about 13 wigs today, so I'm just trying to get through this, okay? Well, basically, you don't want to like scrunch up your wigs too. You know, you see how I'm like gently patting it down? Like that's all you're doing. And honestly, when you're washing it too, you want to rinse it off as much as possible before you actually put the shampoo on it. You'll still see dirt and stuff come out. Obviously, shampoo is going to get all that oil and dirt out, but if you just rinse it off a couple of times, you'll see that the dirt will come out. Now, it has to be more of a lukewarm if you want to go ahead and see that progress. But either way, you will start to see it come out. So now I am going to use this brush. This brush is something that I got recently. It's a detangling brush from Amazon. I will include it in the description below. But look how, ooh, do you see the slick on that? Girl, bye. I am telling you, that weave was not looking like that before, honey. Oh my God. Yeah, I only put that one conditioner in there to imagine if I would have did like a deep conditioner, because you can, and Aussie's does have, they do have more conditioner, and it's more of like a deep conditioner. I feel like I'll show it later on, but I'm telling you, look at that. It looked like it got a whole keratin treatment. I literally only left it in there for 2-3 minutes, and you don't want to leave it in there longer than that, because for some reason it kind of like dries out, and it's just not it. Just don't do it. If you want to see what happens, go ahead, but I don't recommend it. But look at that, the shine on this. It just really brought that weave right back. V-part wigs is where it's at for the most part, if you can handle it. But I highly recommend Aussies either way. Now, I was a little curious. I said, now, if it did it to that wig, what about if now this is more of like a 4C type textured hair. It's a little bit more on the coarse side. And I said, well, if it worked for the other wig, I wonder if I could do the same process with this wig. As you can see, this wig is much thicker. I feel like the density of this wig is also much more. And then also too, it is a V-part wig. It's much shorter than the other one. And typically shorter weaves are not as thin as the longer weaves, just in my experience. So I'm just gonna go ahead again, and like I said, run that water, okay? Get as much as you could get out of it with just water. Then go in with your shampoo, okay? Now this, I only put like 3 squirts on here. But as you can see, you want to get the inside of that wig. We're going to see. We're going to see if it's going to end up like the other wig. Because, child, that was a miracle. Now, I done got all these wigs out of my storage unit. Washing 13 wigs in one day ain't it. I don't recommend it. But you see how all of that just came out of that? Yeah, you want to wash your wigs. Don't be just letting it sit there, child. Maybe 1 or 2 wears, but if you're that type of person that just constantly keep putting your hand in your head, you definitely got to wash it out. No more than that second wear. That is it. Because you will be sitting here for dear life trying to clear out all that oil and all that. And I know a couple of people that don't even wash their wigs when they get it. You better wash it when you get it, and wash it and maintain it, because that wig could look real crusty real fast, and you don't want that in your life. So yes, look at it now. It's starting to come back to life. I love that. And as you can see, we are getting things done. All right. I ain't going to show you all 13 of the wigs. I just wanted to compare and contrast. But now I'm going to go ahead in with this conditioner, and let's see how that's going to work out. Because see, this is what's going to tell me if it's going to have the same reaction. Because that other one, the slick on that was insane. Okay. That slick was where it was at. So we're going to see. Again, with this one, I'm going to let it sit in there for 2 to 3 minutes. I typically don't like letting it sit there for too long. And like you see how I'm patting it down, that's how you want to both wash it and condition it. If you want to do a little slight soft scratch, go ahead. But don't be just like shaking it around in the water. Oh no, it never works. But look now, this is with the conditioner. As you can see, it is not going through as the other one did. And that's understandable because like I said, this is a totally different texture type V-part wig, and it in reality may be a little bit more thicker. However, it is working, because had I not put any conditioner on it, it would have been the worst. Okay, so we're gonna try it. And this brush is so good. Oh my goodness, this brush has the bristles where it's supposed to be, and like kind of the indentation of it on the sides. I love it. So I decided to go on with the 3-minute moist Aussie. That's another conditioner. I had it for a while, so I'm just taking off the top so I can just go ahead and manually do it. I'm doing about 3 to 4 drops in there. And I don't recommend any more than that because it is quite thick. So as you can see, you want to just wet it a little bit and try to get it in as much as you can. I didn't feel like the other conditioner did its job per se for this particular type of density. But that's okay. You're not going to get what you want with everything all the time. So you got to try new things out. In fact, this might need more of an intense deep condition, but we're going to see. We're going to see if this actually works out, and I'll see if I like it once it's dry. But so far it has a nice slick, right? Because you want to get that slick. And it's a little rough on the bottom, but it's still working out, because at the end of the day, this is more of a jerry curl textured V wig. Okay, and with jerry curls, if you know anything about jerry curls, whether it was from coming to America or from me just washing this wig, it is pretty challenging, okay, to comb through. Now I'm going to still try to brush this thing out, child. This is like real time. I'm talking to you guys because this is what my experience was. But it did work out much better. You see how easy it is for me to brush it through? Of course, this is sped up, but it's still, you can tell it's going right through. No snags. And I love these wigs. I got this one from Nadula, and the other one I got from Unice. So those are 2 companies I highly recommend. And that brush, as you can see, is where it's at. This is on Amazon. It was, I want to say maybe like 10 to 13 bucks, but it really does help to tangle out wigs. And look at that. It came right back to life. Look at that bounce, girl. Oh my gosh. This is where it is at. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce, child. I can't wait till this thing dries. All right, I'm done, okay? I'm about to fold this thing up, You press it down, it collapse. You put it down, rinse it off, dry it out, put it in your closet, child. Goodbye. All right, so now I'm gonna take you guys in the bathroom. I'm gonna show you all the wigs at the end, how they all look while they're wet. Okay, and this is what it looks like. 99% of these wigs are human hair. I got about 1% out of 13 that's synthetic. I wonder if you could tell which one is synthetic and which one is human. So I'm gonna go kind of slow so you could tell me where you think the synthetic one is. Synthetic ones I've gotten off Amazon, and honestly, they don't look bad because I wear one of the synthetic ones quite often. I wonder if you could tell me, if you're a veteran, which one you think it is. But this is so good. Now, I kind of wanted to go back in here a little bit later on to show you guys how it looks when it's starting to dry, right? And I decided to put this in my shower because I have wooden floors, and I would be so pissed if all of this wetness from these weeds. See, that's the one I just had washed at the end. You look how it's drying up. Looks pretty good. You got to put product in these things. But anyway, I would not want these things to mess up on my floors, so I decided to put it in the shower, and that way it could drip right down the shower and go down that drain, child. But man, y'all gonna see, I'll be putting on all these wigs. I don't know why I got so many, child. But again, they was in storage. I guess I didn't realize I had so many. Some are longer than others. I don't think I have anything more than 24 inches, but at very least, I have a good maybe 16 inches. Yeah. There is one right there at the end. That one is about 14 inches. That one is probably like the shortest one that I had. But look at that. The fullness of it. Now, these are more. The ones you saw in the shower was the ones in the shower. But these are all from Unice. All 3 of these. 4 of these. Yeah. All of them. And they all V-part. Yeah. That came out really good. And then at the end, I just put them right in my storage bag. You could travel with these bags. You could keep them in your home. I mean, it's so convenient. If you go into a show and you want to have your stylist put it on for you later, they can go ahead and take it right out of this bag. It has a little hanger inside. Oh, yeah, this is the greatest. Thanks for watching.